I've just done something. Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah. How did it go at the university?
It's going pretty well. It's good. It's going good. The students are back. They're walking back and forth next to my house, but I haven't gotten out yet. Don't scold me. I will.
Oh, you haven't actually. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, well, they're coming
Love the
back.
shirt,
That's
Emma.
good.
Nice shirt.
Oh yeah, this is the
Flower
red one.
power.
Yeah, this is the red one. I got. Yeah, I was wearing the blue one last time, and this is my red one. I've got about five. I've got quite a few of these now. I think I've got about five of them. You know, they're only a fiver each, so I just thought I'd get some because I mean next year's going to be really really hot. You know, it's going to be like that. So, although
Yes.
it's right, so
Not
I
going to
just
get
thought I'm
cooler.
prepared now. I mean, they really are. Actually, I've got seven of them, but two of them are a bit short. But I can wear them around the house, but not out really. But yeah, so yeah, they are yeah really nice. So they're such light material. They're really nice. So I've sort of got a load of just sort of summery dresses in for next, really light dresses in for next year because it's going to be
Nice.
worse than this. But it rained this morning. It was fantastic to hear it just outside. I haven't heard that sound for about 2 months now.
Wow.
That rain sound against the window is something I'm just so used to. I just never thought about it. When I heard it, I thought, you know, it makes such a difference. It was a really incredible sound to hear, you know. You don't
Yeah.
appreciate something till it's gone. You do, you know, that's it. You know, so that's I just it was just something unusual.
Yeah, even I'm enjoying this rain.
Yeah,
it's so good to look out and just see water on the floor. It's like,
and
Yes. And it's cooler. Is it cooler?
Yeah, it's cooler. It's gone down to about 20, so it's great. It's just brilliant. So yeah, so yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, so.
Well, here's my shirt. I'm wearing an Epson shirt.
Oh yes, yeah. Huh.
Did you ever work for Epson?
My sister's boyfriend works there, and he gave her a bunch of shirts that didn't fit her, or her son, my nephew. So I got an Epson shirt. So
Yeah.
it's a painting shirt now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So I mean, I can see you've been busy. I can see you've been painting loads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. I'm working. I'm just not. Well, all the art's free, so I guess it's free art, freeze art.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm debating to just make every painting $100, knowing that I'll never get it. But if anybody asks, can I have it? I'll say yeah. But my goal, Edgeworth might know this because he might be reading my blog once in a while on Steemit. But Emma, I'll tell you. So my plan is to make 20,000 paintings by in 20 years. You know that. But if each one goes for $100, that's $2 million in kinetic potential.
Yes, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So if I leave in my will, you must keep these paintings unless you sell each one for $100. Maybe somebody will come along and throw $2 million down to get 20,000 original. Well, that's not finished, but original paintings.
Yeah, that's great. So that's sweet.
I can't see how that can go wrong.
Yeah.
You've got
like a fire.
You've got
maybe?
your family sorted now, Ron.
Yeah,
you can relax.
Yeah, that's your investment.
They're done.
That's your for the future. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, I was telling my daughter that we were visiting her yesterday, my oldest daughter, and she was going, okay, you can leave me those. I'll see what I could do. Because we told the story about Rose and I told her the story about Van Gogh's sister or sister-in-law, and you know you need that promotion for the long term. For the long term.
Yes. Yeah.
Is your family still there, Edgeworth? Is that why you guys are in the practice room?
No, they've gone. We just felt this was a better venue for the podcast. No dad putting kettle on.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the we just finished band practice, and now we're just crashed down.
Got the
How'd it go? What did it feel good? You guys in a groove?
Yeah, but you got trapped here, didn't you? You couldn't open the door.
Yeah, we got locked in. We got locked in the studio.
Yeah. So.
What?
The the guy that did our door isn't. I don't know to what extent that's his first skill, but he did our door, and the handles the handle doesn't seem to connect with the mechanism, so you have to do that like 15 times usually. I did it this time like 200 times, and it just wasn't purchasing.
Yeah.
And I thought we're stuck.
We're stuck in the
Right.
annex.
Yeah.
We're to do a show, stuck in the annex.
I was banging on the door for my dad. Dad can't hear anything.
Oh no!
I was like, what are we going to do? I mean, worst comes to the worst, I could have kicked the door in.
Yeah.
But we eventually it just took.
Yeah.
But the handle's almost falling off now. So
Sorry.
I don't think we can close that door anymore. So there's not going to be much sound insulation when we're doing band practice now for anyone else in the house. So everyone in the house is going to have to listen to us play our songs.
Or not. Yeah.
Is this your studio door?
One of them. I mean, there's two doors between us and the rest of the house. The first door's fine. The second door is the one that we can't close now. If we close it, it might never open.
Yeah.
So
You don't feel like calling the workman back?
He's actually already fixed it once. This has happened before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I might even YouTube it and see if I can sort it out, but I'm not going to call him back. No. He's a nice guy. I mean, he's a friend of the family. Really nice guy.
Right.
But no. Oh, by the way, it's last week's video, last week's podcast is on YouTube.
What is yours?
No, ours. Last week's Black Ivory.
I did not. I was just coming downstairs saying I'm going to have to put 2 up today because I totally forgot.
Okay.
But I have
no
it. I can access it. What about you? Didn't you put it up?
Yeah.
No, I always just sort of like assume you're going to do it, but then I thought, well, I'll ask him because maybe he's done it, but it's not showing up on the feed yet.
I'll write that in my notes right now. So.
All right.
But we've got the continuity of my dresses. The blue one last week. This is the red one.
Yeah, if you put them up in chronological order,
that'd be great. The blue one, because that'd be great.
We'll have an exhibition of Emma's dresses.
Yeah, it'd be like was it Lady Diana? They had an exhibition of it'd be like Lady Diana. We'll do Emma Pugmy's dresses.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
We'll get mannequins and
put them on. Yeah, I think Margaret Thatcher's dresses. A lot of famous people's clothes at the V&A and places like that. Yeah. So
seeing you in the studio there reminds me of when we first started doing podcasts and how we would be working. They would be working podcasts and be all complete really silence.
Funny. Yeah, because what used to happen was Emma and I would have lunch and have a full throttle back and forth, fast-paced conversation. Yeah. And then we would start recording the podcast and stop talking for an hour and a half.
Yeah, as soon as we got to the podcast, it was like, that's it, yeah.
That's the par for the course for Black Ivory.
We try and structure it a bit, so we write down stuff and, what we're going to talk about a little bit, yeah, that's it, yeah.
So look at this cheap oil paint. It's called Ivory Black. Is this where you got the name from?
Yeah.
It isn't, but I realised afterwards, because I'm familiar with Ivory Black. It's not a colour I use because Ivory Black is quite glossy.
It's also in this,
I prefer like Mars Black or Lamp Black, preferably Mars, but
Lamp Black. My favorite, Lamp Black.
Lamp Black, that's sort of like the most prevalent one around. I did buy a tube of Mars Black. It is knocking around somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, the Ivory Black's quite shiny. But no, it occurred to me afterwards that Black Ivory Black.
Yeah. Well, then also, it's very brownish. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't understand. Maybe why would it be brown? Not very black.
I don't know.
Cheap paint.
Yeah. That's I was thinking you could have a sort of angry feminist right girl band called Rose Madder, couldn't you? Rose Madder. Yeah, I don't Madder, but I don't know. Yeah.
Well, Rose should have done that band.
Yeah.
Rose should have
been
in a band called Rose Madder, a punk rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she does sing, and she plays a mean harmonica, and she's pretty good on the guitar now. She's getting better at rhythm guitar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Have you been
we'll
playing at
start it
all
up.
recently? Any gigs?
No, but not every morning, but every morning, almost every morning before work, we try to play. Just Rose and I practicing. It's really nice to have,
Yeah.
you know, like in the family, your spouse, you're playing music every morning before she goes to work. It's
Yeah,
a good way to start the day for her. She loves to sing, so it gets her voice out there and feeling
Yeah.
good. But we have the Porch Fest I was telling you about, and then we have a nature center. That's a 2 hour one in
right.
October.
Oh,
We get around, but I just don't consider it. What you guys are doing is so much more what I would call a gig because you're making it's original stuff. It really
yeah.
matters to me.
You
Um,
you're just like entertaining and you're doing songs that you want
exactly.
to do. And yeah,
I mean,
Do
I know what you
originals.
mean.
I think you have to do
Because
originals,
that
Ron,
one you
because you
did was
can
very
write.
good. It was very good. She's
She's
fun.
fun.
That was a
Yeah, it's a
lovely
good
one.
song.
That was really good.
I do
do
have to do
those
it.
sort
I
of
have a
things.
lot. I mean, I don't have a lot, but it's not a problem with me doing it. I don't have the confidence to pull other people in it if it's a band. So if I'm just up
Yeah,
there, I could work on it and do it and let
yeah,
Rose, if Rose is interested, have her join me.
yeah. I
So,
mean,
but
do
it's
a
really going
few.
to be a one man band. What's
Yeah.
that?
I was just going to say, do a few covers to get people singing along, but make sure you get some of your original stuff in, because you're adding to
I
it.
I
think
see what
so.
you're
That
saying.
Yeah,
that's what
because
separates you. If you just do original songs, you're instantly in the top 10%.
yeah.
Oh, I
And,
agree.
and the
I
thing
mean,
is,
yeah,
you'll get a sort of if you do covers. Oh, he's come along to be the entertainment for for us.
Yeah.
But if you do no, right, you're the artist who's put who's doing. You got to get that sort of in borderline sort of artist. That you are the artist who's doing his work, his songs. Yeah,
originals.
yeah,
Yes, I
originals.
agree. I'm going to definitely think about that because I think on this often. I mean, I love music. I like playing it, and
Yeah,
I always tend to play the cover the bands I like would be a lot of
yeah,
lyrical bands because I like the lyrics. I like the poetry of um, music
yeah,
like Lou
yeah.
Reed, Velvet
Yeah.
Underground type of thing. Um,
Yeah,
so
I like the Cure and stuff like I like the lyrics as well. They're
I
fantastic.
I mean,
know
there's
Edgeworth
only
just
12
Yeah,
notes. You
yeah,
can't go wrong.
yeah,
If there's only 12 notes,
yeah,
any notes in any order are okay. You can't go wrong with originals.
well,
yeah,
your originals are you're abstract with the words, right? Because you make it so the words are the sound, which
yeah,
is awesome, and also frees you of that. Are they judging my grammar? Not my grammar, my
I know what you
story.
mean.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
phonetic value. Yeah, it's
yes,
phonetic value only. So
yeah,
you don't you can't go wrong with abstract. It's like abstract painting. How do
That's
you
what I
know if
mean.
it's good or bad? You know what I mean? There's no
yeah,
judgment to it, which is why
Well,
I
no,
can never really get very
like with
interested in it.
colonizers, you clearly say the words colonizers, but then you don't hear exactly what those lyrics are. You could be saying we're making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's the way you deliver it
yeah.
that makes it art to me.
I
That's the
love Brian Ferry when he sings Rhododendron is a nice flower. You can see he's improvising a bit and he's just, doesn't mind singing that. I think that's lovely,
Yeah,
I like that. But we did Electric Virus and it got quite we were quite, I mean, it was
yeah.
a
We've turned into
mess.
prog rock
But
now.
it got quite prog, and it was
Yeah,
a mess, but we quite liked it, didn't we?
yeah.
is it
That's a good one. We've
Yeah,
got a good song
is it
there.
getting uploaded?
yeah,
Yeah,
Are you gonna?
I'll put
Okay,
them up soon. I
yeah,
mean, we've literally just finished recording, but
yeah,
tonight maybe or tomorrow I'll
yeah.
get them online.
good.
And you also,
Okay.
you went into almost like a John Fox sort of with your voice and everything. It was really, you could hear it. It was really good. I thought
Mm.
anyway. So I
No,
was,
thanks a lot.
yeah, I was,
That's nothing
yeah,
wrong with compliments. We like
yeah,
compliments.
yeah. We like
I
that.
was sitting in my
We're not going to get many.
Now he's adding
Rose
his
and I
give
are
to each other. That's what this whole podcast is all about. Just to compliment each other because no one else will.
Yeah,
you guys are great.
Yeah.
We're
yeah,
We
Rose
can
and I are
pontificate
stripping.
on how great we are
yeah,
and then face the real world
yeah,
later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Speaking of which, I finally sold a painting on auction. I had 2 auctions, 99p. 2 paintings failed to sell. Then I sold one for 99p.
Oh,
So I got 1 bid on 3 auctions. So now I didn't do Camden last weekend because now I'm focused on cash flow. Because
right,
if there's no cash flow, free art freeze art doesn't work.
right.
I mean,
Right.
the only way you can do free art freeze art with no cash flow is to just have another income propping it up, which is just pointless. It doesn't work. So
I
if I'm
know.
going to go on to Camden, I've got to have Camden's good for getting people looking at my demo and then following the QR code and going to my blog. That part works fine. What doesn't happen is they don't engage and they don't buy anything. So I need to convert people. I'm getting the eyeballs, but none of them are converting into anything long term. So that's the bit I'm focusing on all this week and all last week is just load up my eBay and Etsy shops. I've tanked the prices right down, so the prices have come down. But my aim is to get 300 artworks on each eBay and Etsy.
Wow.
I mean, I'm already up to 80, so it's not a massive jump to 300. And if that starts moving and my auctions start moving, then I think the Camden eyeballs will start linking up and start spending some money. But without that, free art doesn't free art unless that works. So that's my real sole focus these next couple of weeks.
And you are one of the art centrals of Earth. London. I mean, you are
That
for
might
better or for
work
worse.
against me. I mean, I think maybe provincial is good for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
if you're in
Local.
the capital, you're full of transient people who are there just because it's London, like hipsters, those kind of people who are only interested in whoever's famous, irrespective of anything. Whereas in the provinces, you've got people who are so hungry for something to do and some form of entertainment that if you're the man,
I think you might do better. Yeah.
I think you might do better. So if I was in your shoes, Ron, I wouldn't be envious of Edgeworth in London. I'll be thinking, wow, I've got an opportunity here in Oswego that Edgeworth can't get. And I'm surrounded
Yes.
by people who are hungry to engage with something. In England, it's the opposite. In England, people are exhausted because everywhere they look, there's an attraction.
Especially
There's an image. Yep.
There is.
You're right, and I did have that.
Yeah.
There was my heyday would have been about 15 years ago. I was doing very well locally. I mean, I think very well. Selling paintings, having home shows, people coming, strangers coming, buying paintings. But the one problem with that is it gets exhausted. You exhaust your pool of people. And then they start looking at you like, he's just trying to mooch another painting off of us because there's only so many people that do buy a painting in the provinces.
I think what you need in that situation is variety. And I'm always thinking back to the places that spawned all the big movements, apart from Andy Warhol, who was in New York. But if you look at areas like Birmingham had a massive death metal scene. Now, Birmingham is a city, but it's not really where you'd go to as a tourist. So you had these death metal bands that came up, and Birmingham's got tons of a massive music scene there. Obviously, Seattle in America.
Yes.
Loads of kids, nothing else to do, and I
Yes.
think you do need variety. You can't just be Ron. It's like having like one attraction. People do, like you say, get bored of it, and then it gets repetitive. So either you provide the variety by constantly changing what you're doing, or you get more than one attraction. Like with a band, you have a scene of bands, you have a scene of artists. One artist can't do it on his own.
Right.
unless you're chopping and changing and being unbelievably prolific and varied in what you're doing, that you are eventually going to run out of steam. But you can at
Yeah.
least get your foot on the ladder. Where you are, you can get your foot on the ladder, and with the internet and with integrating with us in London, get the
Yeah.
ball rolling.
Good
It's hard
advice.
to get the ball rolling in London.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The we're watching a show, Rose and I, a TV show. It's called The Audacity, and it's about pretty much about all the tech. It's a kind of a comedy drama. It's just like
Yeah.
a TV show, but it's on Netflix or whatever the that's the only streaming device we have. But
Yeah.
um, it's about the tech people out there and the amount of money that's just thrown all over the place
Yeah.
and they're just young people looking for something. So there's this thing that happened in New York City in 2013. Banksy came over in the month of October, and it was all fanfare. You know, Banksy's in New York. Watch out for some Banksy stuff. And one
Yeah.
of the things that always stuck in my head, which was they have a lot of vendors in Central Park on the outskirts of Central Park, and you have
Yeah.
to get licensing. You couldn't have the Camden Market Free Art Man there,
Yeah.
but you have to be specially licensed. So what happens is you have artists. You have people representing anything to sell, and they'll sell what looks like original work, but it might not even be. It could be the artist, but it might not be. It's just somebody
Yeah.
hired, some company hired to sell to make money because
Yeah.
they do make a lot of money. So
Yeah.
Banksy set up it wasn't a Banksy booth. It was a booth of some old man. He had to be 80 years old. And Banksy stencil art is hanging up all over the little
Yeah.
canopy.
Yeah. And he was
Yeah.
selling it.
Oh, he was selling it left and right. People not knowing it was Banksy. They just thought it was this old man. It was these young people, these young professionals going $60, $80. Great. The guy ended up making, I think, $550 that day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and Banksy was trying to say what a joke, look at this
Yeah.
joke. And all I kept thinking was, wow, that guy made $550 for some stencil crap,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's just like I was always thinking that's amazing. Out in California and San Francisco, I'm sure free art like that, just standing around, you would get so many people or selling for 50
Yeah.
bucks to $100 just left and right because these young kids are getting out of college. They're still art pure, and they want to decorate, and they have $200,000 salaries.
Yeah.
So that kind of provincial place would be great along the coast of California. I've always thought that. So it
Yeah.
was, yeah. But the
Yeah.
Banksy thing, I always laugh because he was trying to say like, I'm Banksy, and look,
Yeah.
they're now worth $100,000. They just left this guy's booth at $60. Lucky
Yeah.
them, sort of thing. I was like, go away. It's like any artist would love to have $500 a day.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so it's
exactly. Yeah, yeah. He's trying to make fun of the art market, but I know what you mean. You know. So
right. He was trying to
yeah,
make fun of it, but I don't know. It's hard to explain because I can see both sides of the story. But
yeah,
I think how most of the people received it was, look they just got rich and they didn't even know it. The joke's on them, haha. But I was like, they were worth $70. That's what it was a good deal.
yeah, yeah. It was. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I'm surprised Camden hasn't succeeded more because that I would think that would translate to me as okay. So I'll at least get somebody to bid a couple of quid on a painting on eBay,
Mm.
but they don't. So I've really got to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's conversion. It's conversion.
Yeah.
I made $47 on Steam It last week.
Oh,
Wow.
that's good. Yeah, you're doing quite well there.
Because I got that $25 like from the curator, right?
Oh, that's good.
But what about the other $23? Where did that come from?
$3 pops per post, $5 per post, and
Wow.
I'm sorry, it wasn't just Steam It. It was Ecency and Blurt too. All three added up.
Yeah.
Blurt's very good for passive income, I find.
Mhm.
I haven't been on crypto socials for like a couple of weeks now, but I log in just to collect any points that I've been given. And if I leave it a few days, I've usually got about 1,000 blur just waiting to be collected
Nice.
for doing nothing.
Do
Yeah.
you delegate any of your blur to
A
anybody?
little bit, not much, a little bit. I don't get much
Right.
from delegation. I don't know where it all comes from, but no, it's great blur. It just runs in the background.
Yeah.
And
Now, if
Steam is
I
fantastic too.
yeah,
But yeah, I just haven't had time. I've been just forget everything else. Cash. I've got to figure out cash flow. I've got to get eBay, and so I'll get back to Steam it and all that lot later.
Mm.
right. Well, I was thinking when the Bitcoin goes up, because we have a little Bitcoin, Rose and I.
Yeah.
I'm gonna and you're still involved with Steam it. I got to figure out a way to send you Bitcoin, and you could buy a whole bunch of Steam it and send it to me, and keep some for yourself for the labor.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, no, we'll figure all that out. Yeah, we'll figure it
Because
out.
I think there's this person I know on Steam and have known not know, but followed. And she kind of was mentoring me in the old days when I was making a lot of money. And now she seems to be a whale of some kind. And she makes a post and it's a photograph. You know, it's not even that good of a photograph and just says, here I am in Edinburgh or wherever she is,
Yeah.
photograph. And she makes $25 a post. So she must
Yeah,
have a lot of steam in there. But that's money. That's passive income. That's
Yeah.
it's not going to. I can't imagine it getting any lower. The only hope is like it goes up a few cents, 10 cents, 20 cents. So I'm watching that. That would be a passive income that I would really enjoy,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I would put $1,000 into Steam. You know,
You
if
might
I
as well.
saw that
I
it would
mean,
come back.
my plan with eBay and Etsy is to put a percentage in that into Steam at Ecency and Blur as well,
Right.
because I like to say I think there's a massive potential there and it's worth a punt. You know, you
Yeah.
could have
Mhm.
$3,000, 1,000 in each of them, and say, okay, if worst case scenario I go to zero, but best case scenario you're going to the moon on it, because I think there's a lot of potential. So
Right.
as long as you don't mind losing $3,000, you've got 1,000, and that thousand, like I say, that 1,000 will start. What do they call it? Compound interest in, because
Hmm.
you're making more, and the more you get, the more you make
Yes.
back. Which is why I'm doing so well on Blur, because I've got a ton of it, and it generates itself. So it's compound interest all the time. So you
Right.
could even probably double your money and take your investment out in a couple of years, if
Yes.
you're worried.
I noticed that the people on these platforms, especially Steam it, are from all over the world, and I don't want to say third world, but countries that are poorer countries.
Yes. Yeah.
Steam it's not going anywhere because it's a good source of income for people over there, even if it's just a couple bucks. So
I've noticed that on
Yeah.
Blurt.
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
people from not rich countries on there.
Yeah. Mm.
right. So the more people that join, I mean, it's a big earth, right? And it's such a democratic institution.
Yeah.
These crypto social medias, and they're not. They seem to take a lot of people take it very seriously. I think it's just it's a matter of time. I really do because they're not going anywhere. It's a helpful way to make pennies.
Yeah.
It's the best audience engagement of any social media. I mean, I
I've
do
ever
stick
had.
stuff on Instagram and Facebook just because it's easy, but it's a complete waste of time because
Yeah.
there's no benefit. It's just like, all right, it's like showing your friends what you're up to. Yeah, that's all it is.
And you know what we should do? We should just start putting a price tag on every one of our posts on Instagram, not Steam it. Just say, here's my painting. Just say $100 right across it. Just every single one now. Just making it monetary because that's all. It's such a joke. Just I like. How about give us some money then?
Yeah,
That's what.
Together.
I have done
I
one
mean,
post like that.
$100 is not much for painting at all, is it? Really, it's
No,
not. It's quite a very fair. It's a very fair price. It's very reasonable.
and I'm only
Yeah.
asking like between 15 for a 5x7 inch. 24x30 is £50. The most expensive painting on my online shops is £50 with free postage.
I want to
You'll
live in
spend
Europe.
that having a few drinks in a bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I've said that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A curry. a couple going out for curry is one of my paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
The
do you
most
charge, Emma,
expensive.
for a painting? Emma, what do you charge for a painting?
And well, about 150 to about
Yeah,
100. So it's from galleries, and then £10 for sketches, just odd sketches. So I made a
I
bit.
remember that from your show. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I made quite a bit that way. In fact, they sell cards and sketches sell quite well. My cards and sketches, I have sold those quite a few of those. So yeah. So and they're about £5 a time. Yeah, but I went to the bookshop and they had an exhibition there like, on Tuesday, and I just quickly looked around that. And he was an amateur painter, and he started doing it during COVID, and
Mm.
he was selling his for 125, but they were much smaller than mine. They were smaller, but I mean, he looked at them and they were pretty sort of like standard watercolor society stuff. But he did have quite a good eye, I mean, I felt that because one of his pictures had a like ruins of sort of old ruins, and then he had a very modern block of flats behind it. And he was obviously looking at this sort of landscape going from the old to the new, old ruins with the a lot of people wouldn't do that. They just, oh, I'm doing a painting of the ruins, and that would be quite touristy, and that's it. And he actually, I felt he had quite an interesting eye. The fact that he put that big, what you wouldn't really consider something worth painting or sellable or that aesthetic. People, a big block of flats right behind the ruins. So I thought it was quite an interesting. It only was around for about 10 minutes before this meeting. I go every month, so they have an exhibition there every month, and I'm trying to get another one there. So
Yeah.
so that was quite good. It was quite an interesting show. That yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's one way
going
to. Oh,
to
go ahead. What's
carry
up?
on, Ron. No, carry on.
Well, that's one way. Like Emma's saying, exhibitions do bring money in. I
Yeah,
mean, you will
yeah,
sell a
I agree.
painting.
Mine don't.
Well, that's it. I mean,
Emma does better than me at exhibitions.
I do so a little bit exhibition, but cards and sort of sketches and laminated plastic folded that type of things. They sell quite well for £10 each, £15 each. Those sort of sketches the local areas. I just go through an old sketchbook. I should be doing.
Maybe I should have a exhibition that's just blatantly,
Yeah,
salesmanship. Just come
yeah.
buy something. Here in the U.S. we have I mean, do you ever hear of like Tupperware parties or candle
Yes,
parties?
that's it. Yeah, we should have
It,
more of those
and,
sort
and
of.
everyone knows all the that's usually definitely ladies go. It's it's gender
Yeah,
specific, and they all know they have to go buy a candle. They have to buy something. They're going to this party knowing they're
yeah,
already hooked. They're already hooked for some sort of cash, and they all go
yeah.
through the catalog and they try to buy the cheapest thing. But the cheapest thing is £50, or 30.
Well,
You know what I
that's it.
mean?
That's it. I mean,
Let's
that's
turn our exhibitions into you gotta buy something. Here it is.
yeah, that's it. I think yeah, I mean, I sort of, I know how to put this. I think I got a little bit annoyed because what happened was I had a painting exhibition, and then she wanted me to do some cards, and I think she wanted me to do like little reproductions of my paintings, my big paintings, and put them on cards. And I didn't really want to do that because I wanted people to have an original picture from me, even if it's card or print. I really wanted that. I didn't want something they could look online and get the picture anyway. And if you see it on the card, people just say, "Well, I can get that off her website," because people can download stuff from DeviantArt. So I did want to do some prints, and they did sell quite well. Those ones, yeah,
Has to be
Okay.
original art.
it does. An
Yeah.
original
Oh
print.
yeah.
It's a little print before
Yeah.
paper or something. It has to be original artwork for me. Yeah, yeah,
Just like music.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at that full circle.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing I'm not yet. I'm doing personalized pet portraits.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw your cats.
Yeah, the cats. Well, you can choose your colours, and I'll put the name of the cat underneath it for whatever the price of the painting is on Etsy and possibly eBay as well. I'm not sure. You can say, can they personalise their order or not?
Ah, yes.
yeah.
And I like the idea because I'm going to do two for Freya, Mooney Rara, I should say, Oreo
Oreo.
Midnight. Yeah, Oreo Midnight. They're
I
getting
mean,
one, and I'll put those up as my test. And if anyone wants one, they'll obviously email me the colours and is it one of those stripy caps or whatever.
right.
And then I'll do 4 or 5, and I'll say to them, choose one. Then whatever, and then the others I'll just stick in free art, freeze art.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
found a place I can buy canvases, big canvases about that big.
Yeah, I'm looking for canvas.
Pound each.
Whereabouts from?
Pound each.
Wow.
Temu.
Wow.
Temu.
Oh,
Team.
I've heard of it. We have that here.
No, it's online. £12.49 for 10,
Oh,
and they're about that big.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're about,
Nice.
I would say, 40 centimeters by 30 centimeters stretched canvas.
Hmm.
£1.24 each.
Good.
I can give that away. I don't mind
Yeah.
giving away £1.24.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to a shop. I went to the works and I got 3 for £12, which I thought was quite a big canvases for £12.
I buy from the works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then that wasn't on, so I went into another shop and there's one large canvas, and I thought this is a pound shop price. This should be quite cheap. That was £7 for a large canvas. So you've done well.
Oh yeah, the works prices don't make sense because you
Yeah.
can buy 3 5x7s for £4,
Yeah,
or 4 6x6
yeah,
for the same amount. Well, 5x7 and 6x6 is the same.
yeah.
So I buy 4
1 inch difference.
6x6s.
Right.
Yeah. So I get a free one. So I was in there with Mooney Rara the other day, and I bought 16 6-inch by 6 inches, and that's what those cat ones are on.
That's
6
right.
by 6 inch.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
These are 18 by
£4.
24.
yeah.
This paper. It's really good paper for oil. I've told you this before. I think I get a on sale every other week at the local craft
Yeah.
store here.
Yeah.
I get a 36 sheets for $14.
Wow.
Wow, that's
So
good. Yeah,
That's
that's what
less
I've
than
been.
50 cents each.
yeah,
Yep, and that's what I've been using for
yeah,
this. The whole purpose is it's so cheap, and there's no wood. There's no. They stack up forever in a
yeah,
box, so
yeah.
it's a space saver, and it's pretty big. 18 by 24 inches is it's big. Yeah.
What
So
makes it good for oil?
it's a mix. It's called mixed media. It's heavy. It's about, I don't know. I'm just guessing, like 250 GSM, maybe. It's they're
That's okay.
it's hold
Yeah.
it's holding out for a long time. On the back, it doesn't come through. You don't see it like
Yeah, oh, that's good.
getting
250 is perfect because if it's 300, it's a bit tricky to roll. Like
Yeah,
watercolors, 300 usually,
right.
yeah,
and I don't like rolling stuff that
It might
thick.
even be less. It might only be 200 GSM. I can go over there and look, but I'm too lazy right now. I have to
Yeah,
get
no,
up and look.
do 250 is what you want. If you want to roll it up and post it, I'd say 250 is probably perfect.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. And actually, for posting, I want to start doing 9 by 12s because I have or 12 by 16 because I have the perfect mailers I bought during COVID, like 200 of them already set and ready to go. Just set it in.
yeah.
So you don't fancy doing an eBay or Etsy shop?
Well, I don't know. I'm watching my guinea pig first, Edgeworth Johnston out there in London.
I think in the last, I mean, at the moment things are dire, but even so, in the last month I've made, I think over £100
Yeah,
in the last month,
Oh, wow.
and that's with a shop that is really doing badly, had hardly anything in it. I didn't bother with a lot of keywords. The kind of keywords in the SEO. I just skipped all that and I just stuck them on, and I think in the last month I've had 120 quid.
Oh, good. Oh, that's supplies. That's buying more stuff.
That's eBay, by the way. That's eBay.
Oh,
Etsy,
okay.
zero.
yeah.
Okay.
Etsy is not working at all.
There's a lot of word out there that, on the social media that it's getting bad. They're not dedicating anymore, and there's a lot of AI stuff being sold.
Not only that, what I've noticed on Etsy is that at the top of my listing, it's suggesting other listings on other people's shops. Now I don't mind if they do that at the bottom, but the first thing I saw, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm 90% sure. I clicked on my link, and I'm like, at the top, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other items that people might like. I say, you don't stick that on the top of my listing. I mean, that's why would they do that? It just seems bizarre. And I've sold nothing in Etsy, and I've sold all my sales recently. I've got a sold page on my blog, and every single one of them is eBay, and it's the same work, same price.
Yeah.
Different people?
Etsy's just not doing it.
A different person, or is it like one person buying a lot?
No, different people.
It's
Nice.
like putting up a shop, a sign outside, and Tesco saying it might be cheaper at the same
Yeah.
price. You know,
Right.
I know.
Right.
it's just, I mean, what, they really shouldn't do that. I mean, it's treating you like you're just, oh, if you want to buy this, that you know, we're help to guide you to it.
Exactly.
It's not helping the artist at
No.
all, is it?
I mean,
You know?
on Amazon they do it, but on Amazon they put it below.
Yeah.
So you see the listing first,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
below it you go,
Yeah.
oh, by the way, do you also want something else?
Yeah, yeah.
Which it's good upselling.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a lot of people have got quite angry about that because they took a lot of effort into designing sort of.
And you
how
direct
their website-
traffic.
Yeah, and all
We
this.
direct traffic to their site.
Yeah.
I don't want
Right.
them immediately being advertising someone else's page.
Yeah.
Right. Well, of course not. Of course not.
Now I'll check my facts on that because, like I say,
Etsy isn't going very well. You know.
that might be why. But I have to double check. But I'm pretty sure that's what I saw on my Etsy page.
Yeah.
You don't put. I don't know. Don't get it.
Yeah.
So, mate, I don't know. Hopefully, loads of people are moaning at Etsy, and then they'll do because whatever they're doing isn't working for me.
Yeah,
Right. Well, or the people complaining too.
No.
Here, I'm just looking it up. I have another phone because I thought my mother was going to call during our thing. So I'm just seeing if I can look that up for you.
Yeah, check my Etsy.
Are you Edgeworth Johnston or Jompy?
I can't remember. If you go to my blog and just click Etsy,
yep.
And just check if anything comes at the top.
Yep. I got this is a phone we don't use, so I've got nothing's popping up easy. So, Edgeworth Johnston, artist.
Right, yeah. Edgeworth, yeah. My URL's edgeworth.blog.
There we are.
If you
God
click
bless.
on a specific listing, check if suggested listings come at the top of the page.
Right. It's am I even there we are. Etsy. My Etsy, right? And we got it's coming.
Right.
You're Jompy, but you're Jompy, by the way. You're
right, Jompy on Etsy. Right.
And I'm seeing nothing except you. Nothing at the top of the page. It's just your stuff.
Right, that's okay. If you click on a specific listing, though, rather than my shop front page.
Thank you.
If you click on an
thing.
item.
Yep, I've got the Nevermind the Pollux. Here's Heckle's horse, and here you go. That's what I got.
Oh, good. Oh, it's good. Sorry, yeah. It might just be a desktop thing, or maybe I'm mistaken. One of the two.
Yeah.
In fact, there's nothing here. I don't see.
I'm pretty sure it's on my desktop.
Yeah.
Well,
there's nothing.
The problem is not many people
directing me. Nothing directing me to anybody else. Oh, there you go. At the bottom, explore more.
That's fine. At the bottom's fine. Yeah, that's good. Maybe it's now either I'm mistaken or it's just on desktop that it happened. I don't know, but
because that's where you're putting up.
I mean,
so people,
I'm not sure how
get out there and buy something.
Mobile. Yeah, somebody should buy it. How much is that? That's like 25 quid or something. Original painting.
$35. $35. Come on now.
You shouldn't be able to buy that. Can you buy that? You shouldn't be able to. No,
it says add to cart. Oh, no, nope, doesn't ship to the United States.
Good, that's fine. Yes, that's all right.
Okay. Well, you lost. I was going to buy it.
Yeah.
So yesterday, 2 days ago, I didn't tell you guys, we're stripping our our kitchen cabinet cupboards. All right, because Rose wants to have them just be wood showing, no old paint. The house was built in 1951. It's probably like that many layers of paint
Oh,
and
oh,
Lead.
oil paint, and so it's a
oh,
Yeah.
really
Well,
messy
yeah.
job. But we're out in the garage, and we're out there working, and went out there the other night, and this was here in my garage because the door's open because of the fumes, and somebody just left me pastels. Don't know who. And I
wow.
asked my friend. He goes, because I thought that would be him because he's a painter. Nope, wasn't him. So I have a secret admirer
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
dropping
wow.
me
Don't
off
tell
stuff.
Rose. Yeah.
That's a nice deal. Rose is mad. But I said, come on, it could be one other person. It might be another male friend of mine. And I'll ask him. I didn't get to him yet. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
I
it's the
can't imagine a
benefits of.
man doing the for you. That's quite a girly thing to do. That.
yeah.
I thought so
I think
too.
it's a
There it is.
woman. Yeah, a man
Yeah.
wouldn't like that. Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Oh,
Uh,
well. Local
I,
person. There you go. Maybe
I
a
was going
sale
to,
in the future.
yeah, I was going to say, so, because
No.
I'm just saying a bit, why, the excesses of performance and of conceptual art. So I was reading it in the Metro, and this woman, her name is Harriet Richardson, and she's got a show at Edinburgh. And what she did. This is her artwork. You can see here is that she slept with 15 men. These are all her ex-boyfriends. Once
Oh, man.
and then she tattooed the names of all her ex's mothers on her back. So this is her artwork. This is her artwork. And then she didn't know the name of one of her exes or one of her lovers or her boyfriend's mothers. So she actually got a private detective to find out what his mum's name was, so she could tattoo it for her artwork. And then this is all about. I went into therapy, and I was celibate for 10 months, and I thought this is just performance art all the way through, body art and performance art all the way through. But she said, yeah, so I had to break the cycle, and then I then went into therapy. But I just thought this is why the stuff is.
Is it their phone numbers? Their phone numbers on
No,
her back?
the names of her ex-boyfriend's
First and
mothers.
last name?
And the first name of her. So the names are listed as Vicky, Dawn, and they're all listed all the way down her back. So it's a bit like Tracy Emin, everyone I've ever slept with, but they're the names of her boyfriend's mother. So she had to go on further than Tracy Emin. It was Tracy Emin's work. This is hers. I just thought this is conceptual art for you, and this is art for you. So
Yeah, that's
whatever
nice.
whatever you do, just think,
I,
that
I am
artwork.
completely tattoo free. I made it through life without a tattoo yet.
Yeah,
Yeah. I,
yeah.
I, was, I was talking on out of getting a tattoo yesterday.
Are you going to get a
No,
tattoo?
no. She said, should I get a tattoo? I was like, don't
No.
get a
Right,
tattoo.
right.
Yeah,
I
not
mean,
I
worth
had
it.
I
yeah.
think it's a nice one. I don't mind. I mean, Chris Achilleos. I mean, he's quite a good fantasy artist, and he did beautiful paintings of warrior women, and he did do tattoo design. There was one model who had this beautiful Chris Achilleos. I mean, if you got Chris Achilleos to do a tattoo, I would have that, because I mean, it was a great art. He was a great fantasy artist, and he did beautiful tattoo. But there was another. He also he did a painting of like an Indian brave, a Mohican Indian woman, beautiful woman, Indian woman, Native American woman, and I think he saw that on the back of someone's jacket. They copied it on the back of their jacket. So that's something. It depends on the tattoo, but I mean, it's just
That's crazy.
I,
Thank you for sharing that. Wow, that's forever. That's forever. Those names.
yeah,
My I have a story of my this is a privileged information podcaster or pod listener or
yeah,
podcast listeners. My oldest daughter had a boyfriend, her first boyfriend years ago, and they were a thing, an item, and they went out to the Grand Canyon and they had such a lovely time.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend, got his whole arm, and part of his back tattooed about the Grand Canyon. Had
Oh, wow.
eagles and canyons, and
Yeah.
of course they were young and dumb, and they broke up. And
Oh,
now he's going around with this giant memory
yeah.
on his arm, his whole
Yeah.
arm,
Yeah.
of the trip they took to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Couple $1,000 to have.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah. Oh, but it's still a nice picture. I mean, I mean, tattoo art is quite good. Some of it can be quite good. I mean, I think they should see them as artists in themselves, and I think they
it's a
are.
big thing around here. There's a lot of tattoo artists, and
Really.
you, Edgeworth, you were telling me once that I think it was you, and it was because it was Billy Childish that was having students come to see his work,
Mm.
and one of the things they were wanting to be was, maybe it was not, maybe it wasn't you.
It
He
was, yeah,
was,
you're right. You're right.
Mm.
The art they didn't want to be artists. Most of them wanted to be either tattooists or to work in textiles. They weren't really
yeah,
interested in,
Painting, yeah.
well, just even in sort of like the art.
Mm.
In the arts, it was more they had a
yep,
trade in mind, and I don't know why they're in art college. I mean, do you need to go to art college to do a tattoo? I don't know what they're thinking,
right,
but um, I know I just feel sorry for those students. They're wasting their time. They're wasting their money. They're just
right.
funding a machine that is doing nothing for no one. Cambridge University is getting dragged through the mud at the moment. They had one scandal with I don't know if you heard in America, one of their professors. Unfortunately, he committed suicide soon after.
Terrible. It was awful.
Horrible, but
Wow.
it just shows
They had
how
this professor.
awfully that place is run. And that's supposed to be our Oxford and Cambridge are our pride and joy in terms of education. And something else has just come out recently about Cambridge, and the whole thing is a total zoo. The way they run that place is unbelievable, and that's Cambridge.
Yeah.
And yeah, this man, he made up a load of stuff and got himself into a professor position.
I did hear about it, but I didn't delve into it.
Jason
He killed
Arthur
himself. Yes.
yeah, it was very sad. But you see, what happened was he was a professor at Cambridge, and he came from quite a poor background, and he also had autism. I think he had also autistic.
He must have had something wrong with him,
he
because
said-
the stuff he made up, a sane person wouldn't make that up. He'd have to have something wrong
But
with
then
him.
some of the stuff they've investigated, and the media really. I mean, the guy Nathan Coffey, I think his name is. He is what is called a race realist, which basically a racist. Quite a racist theorist. He said something that if it wasn't for DEI, or he's having a go at DEI, diversity, inclusion, and equality.
Well, DEI is bullshit.
Well, you see, he's having a go at it, but he's saying if it weren't for DEI, black people would be overrepresented in sports and entertainment. He's basically a racist. He's saying black people don't have the ability to be academics, so he's basically a racist. But basically, he had this real campaign, and the media got hold of it, and they sort of harangued this poor bloke to death. Basically, it's just absolutely terrible, And the other thing is that he made these claims on his website, but in fact, Owen Jones did a bit of an investigation with Middle Eastern Eye, this other news outlet, and they found that he had been in the papers for doing marathons and things. So though he said that he ran 300 miles, and we all looked at, people saying, well, he couldn't possibly run, and this seems a bit. He was actually often in the papers doing marathons and things. It wasn't he had done marathons for charity. He wasn't, it's not something that anyone deserves really. And there was a big funeral, there was a big sort of memorial straight near his death, and Diane Abbott, who was the first black MP in Parliament, was speaking, and I think they're getting quite angry about the media, and she was getting they are getting quite angry. There's a sort of gathering for him straight after he died, quite a big one in Trafalgar Square, and they are getting quite angry about this.
Well, yeah, it's terrible what happened to him, but the thing is that for that to have happened, how dysfunctional does the university
Well,
have to
yeah,
be?
I mean, I think they called him. I think part of the trouble is they called him a poster boy for equality, and I think if you do that, because really, if you do that, I think he probably felt quite singled out and really just wanted to do his job, and he didn't want that sort of attention.
Well, he couldn't do his job.
Well, he couldn't because, and the thing is,
The students are complaining about him. He's useless.
well, the thing
Yep.
is that he couldn't do it.
If I was a student, I'd sue Cambridge for millions.
Well,
How many students have worked their backsides off to get into Cambridge University who have just had their futures robbed of them because of what happened to them being given basically someone who's totally incompetent as their professor? I'd be suing them for 5-10 million each.
I don't know what all the details. I mean, what exactly what they. But I think if you put someone up as a poster,
He's a plagiarist.
For plagiarism. Yeah, they was involved in a plagiarism case, but in fact,
I remember that was the article I read. Yeah.
yeah, he was.
Yep.
He
Plagiarism.
wasn't guilty of plagiarism, and he was a professor of sociology, but he quoted this other woman's work, and all throughout he said that this, he mentioned her name. So to me, plagiarism is when you take another person's work and then you don't acknowledge it. And you don't make any reference to them. I mean, I was talking about Grayson Perry doing that when he said, I say about the environment, the earth will take care of itself. So, well, that's straight from Ballard, but you didn't even mention Ballard. I mean, the fact is that Grayson Perry gets to do it because nobody thinks anything of it. But if you're put forward as the poster boy for equality, it's just like saying, come and have a go to all these sort of, racists and everything. So the point I'm trying to say is, no, it was really awful. It was really a horrible thing to happen. But he wasn't found. But throughout his work, he's always mentioned this other woman's work, and he's always referenced her. So I don't think he was ever guilty of any. I think he wasn't found guilty of plagiarism anyway. But it's just
yeah. But he was found worthy of being a professor.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that the whole system around him is totally unreliable.
Well,
yeah, we have very bad standards here in the U.S. for being a. You don't have to be a teacher to be a professor, which is very difficult. I mean, we're in the university system here with Rose, and you don't need credentials. You need learning credentials. Well, that's a big difference from knowing something and being able to help people along and mentor people. You need there's no training for that, and you can get some really bad professors, really bad.
I tell you
here,
what part of the trouble is, I think, is the fact that you can sort of be like airlifted into any job, because the fact is that most, as you say, you start teaching and then you apply to be a professor and you work your way up the profession. But now people just apply online. I think partly to do with online, and then they just come up with a CV, and then they get sort of. You can go straight into a sort of job like that without, perhaps having the background and experience. And I'm not just talking about professorships. I mean, I remember when I was working in this cafe, and we had people who'd been there for years, and I was sort of doing it on my own sometimes. And then this manageress came in. I mean, there was these two women in their 50s who could run the place completely very well. And the manageress, I was in my 20s and she was about my age, the manageress, and comes in and she's been placed there by this other company, and they just wanted to promote their own biscuits and their own little promotion things. And I think she got really fed up with it and lasted about 3 days. But we just got. I mean, so I'm not just saying it's about professorships or universities. It's about.
I have a story. Yeah. My a friend of mine who's passed away since. He was from Argentina, but he's American, and him and his wife came up here to Oswego. She was a doctor and she was working at the hospital, and he had a doctorate in Argentinian theater. All right, so that was he was an actor and a writer of plays, and he was amazing at tango, all these wonderful Argentinian things, right?
Yes.
He tried to apply for the job at the theater department to get a professorship, which would be set him for life, right? He was qualified. He had teaching experience. He had it all, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else got the job, which was fine, but they hired him to be an adjunct teacher in the Spanish department, teaching beginner Spanish to the students. That's and then he ended up becoming a professor, but he had which was a high paying position, although he had no experience teaching a language. It was
Yeah.
because he could speak Spanish that they gave him this job.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any worse than that,
Yeah.
So here you are. I speak English, so now I'm making 100 grand a year
Yeah.
teaching English in Thailand. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
So but his real skill was theater.
Theatre.
That was
Yeah,
his love and his
yeah.
passion.
It's
Yeah.
not appreciating the real skills people have. Yeah. I mean, another
But
thing is, I was just going to say, did you get an email from Charles about Edward Lucy Smith? I just wanted to mention that because
no,
he.
I'm out of the email loop.
Oh, okay. I got one from Charles. Edward Lucy Smith was the art critic, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he's died recently. He's a friend of Charles. He sent me an email and he's put an article about him in as obituary, sort of in the Jackdaw. So I just emailed back and said thanks for your article. And
Did he? You just said he died. He died.
yes, he was in his 80s. I mean, he was quite elderly and he hadn't been well recently. And I used to read his books at college, as a student about pop art and photorealism and stuff. So, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. So I just thought maybe he didn't email you about it. Did
He did email me, yeah, but I didn't read it.
Oh, I read the article. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
I'll go. Is it in Counterpunch?
He was sorry.
Jackdaw.
Jackdaw. Yeah, Jackdaw. Yeah, he wrote it.
Say it. Can you spell that so I can look it up? I'll look it up.
Yeah, Jackdo.
Okay. Oh, Jackdaw. Okay.
Like the bird.
Like the bird, the jackdaw. That's.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah. He wrote an article, a sort of obituary for him, so he sent it. So I just wondered if you got it as well. So yeah,
I will read it.
Yeah, he was really good.
So when do you think you'll get out to the Oswego students with free art, freeze art?
Yesterday, I daydreamed it for about 2 hours. I was going to do it today, and I was going to set up our that's just a daydream. But when those daydreams start happening in my head, they become reality. I was going to set up our podcast while live from the campus, doing the free art, freeze art. So hang in there.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
Here you go, guys. If you can guess what this is, you can. I'll send you some in the mail someday.
I've no idea what that is.
It's hops.
Hops.
Oh, for beer.
I grow hops, and I harvested a whole bowl of hops.
Oh,
You know what hops
Oh,
are
that's
for
nice.
beer.
Oh yeah.
So how is that going to end up being beer?
That will be beer. Yes,
Yes,
I will make beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you turn that into beer?
You buy barley, you buy the grains, and you can also buy malt. And you guys are slowly going out, just so you know. And you have to have yeast. So you put the barley and the malt and the yeast, and it depends when you put the hops in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the process. I do a little of both. So you heat up the barley malt, the grains. If you put oats in it, or like I said, wheat, hops, and then you bring it to a temperature of like 95 degrees, whatever that is, 33 Celsius, 35 Celsius. Throw the yeast in, cover it, let it bubble like crazy for a week, then strain it and let it sit for another 2 or 3 weeks, and then bottle it. You have beer. And the hops are going. I usually put the hops in at the last 5 minutes of boiling, and that's flavor.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
and,
Oh yeah.
and then Christmas presents for people.
Oh, lovely.
How do you control the alcoholic level?
The yeast does it for you. It's just you get a special beer yeast, and it will only be. It depends on how sweet you start off, how sweet the mush is, whatever they call it. So if the sweeter it is, the more alcohol it'll be. But with beer, you can only get so high. You can't get much higher than at the most 10%, 10 proof. So 5% or 6% alcohol.
Yeah. What about whiskey? Have you ever tried whiskey?
Have I tried whiskey? My dad had a still.
Yeah.
He died 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's so illegal. And he left. It's illegal in the states to have this, but I'm going to say it anyway. He
Oh,
left me about
No, no,
forty.
yeah,
don't.
you'll
We're
have.
not. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
We have to talk
yeah.
loudly over you. We have to protect you from
I
yourself.
have bourbon. I have bourbon.
We
Like
can't
you were
afford.
drinking, you can't
We
afford
can't
to do it.
afford for
Don't
you
go.
to go to jail, Ron.
We can't afford
All
it.
right.
So
All
when
right.
these, yeah, we have to talk loudly over
I
you.
don't make it.
Protect you
I
from
don't make it.
yourself, like
In,
you were
in
drunken
fact,
and disorderly. Yeah.
in fact, I took apart my father's still. It's
Yeah.
gone. I don't have it anymore, and it's in
Oh.
the garden. All the copper tubes I took apart and just stuck
Yeah.
them in the garden. So I
Oh.
don't. It doesn't exist on my property anymore. But I tasted his bourbon when he made it, and it was
Yeah.
very good. So yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he would make, not me. He's no longer here with us. 100 and he would make it through the still, and it would come out 140 proof, about
Yes.
70% alcohol.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you cut it down with water. It's called barrel strength when it comes out of the still.
Yeah.
And we would have taste tests with friends
Yeah.
of the leading brands of bourbon, and
Yeah.
his always scored very high. So he
Yeah.
was a chemist at heart.
Yes, yeah. My friend, he's died now. Ron. He used to do great whiskey. He was in a whiskey club. He used to he didn't make it, but he used to get 140 proof whiskey and stuff like that. He liked whiskey a
Was
lot.
it good? Did you taste it?
I said that I
I
like
can't
some of
handle
it. You
whiskey.
can't handle whiskey. I did a bit. Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And whiskey and bourbon are different. You know what the difference between bourbon and whiskey is?
Go and you
No.
explain that.
Bourbon is whiskey that is made from 52% corn.
Oh, I see. Yes, yeah.
So,
Right. I'm on a low carb diet. I can't touch beer at the moment.
No, no.
I've
well, you
got a
don't
can
drink.
of Guinness Zero in the fridge. I don't drink alcohol, no. But Guinness Zero is delicious.
Yeah.
I
It
think you're right. I've had it. It's very good.
it's so good, but I think it must be high in carbs. So I'm trying to stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
No pasta. Why? What, are you just on a diet or what? Just you're
yeah,
Yeah.
I've quite a large belly growing. I'm pushing 50 now.
Yeah.
And so I need to stay away from milk, cereals, bread. That's why we didn't have rice for dinner
Yes.
today.
Oh, that's okay.
Usually we have a fish rice dinner, but I just did a
Yeah.
stir fry.
Yeah.
I'm steering clear of carbs because
good. Good.
yeah, I hate the belly's fine when I'm standing up, but when I'm sat down, it looks like just blubber. I look like blubber, and
Yeah.
no, it's not attractive. So I'm
Well,
getting rid of it.
you're
Yeah.
gonna okay. I'm just gonna now. We're just opening up. I tape my mouth at night when I sleep. Did you ever hear
Oh,
of that?
Why do you take your mouth?
Yeah, there's a pulmonology. It's like kind of like it's not a science, but it's only because it hasn't been invested in. But our nose gets a lot doesn't get enough credit for it regulates our a lot of our water weight and
oh,
our definitely our breathing. Mouth breathers really suffer from a lot of problems. Uh,
I'm a mouth breather.
yeah. That's something you
Yeah.
mhm.
have to be careful
Yeah,
about.
so snoring. You've heard of that? People at night who snore, and they have the machines too. What's it called?
What,
There's
those
a
sleep
term.
apnea things?
Yes, sleep apnea.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
sleep apnea can be here in the States. Almost everybody my age is on the men are on these machines where they have to cover their faces at night and just
Yeah.
to breathe.
Breathe. Yeah.
Well, I read a book about 5 years ago on uh, it was called Breath, and it would really open my mind to the power of the nose. Anyway, so I tape my mouth shut, breathe just through my nose. I don't snore at all,
Yeah.
and I have these amazing sleeps, and and it regulates my water my water in my body, so it all comes out. It's like I keep I keep. There you go.
Yeah. And does that help to regulate your weight as well? I expect as well a bit.
Regulate my what? I didn't hear you.
that when you getting your water, it does regulate your weight, doesn't it, as well a bit? Does
Oh,
that help?
absolutely. I think so.
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So
I,
I don't snore. I don't have sleep apnea. I don't have to have the machine. I tell all my friends just tape your mouths, and they won't do it. So oh well. So
yeah,
there, you can even buy the little tape. It's like a band-aid. It's like a little
oh,
band-aid. It just goes right over your mouth.
yeah, and also it helps with water retention, which not getting more. Yeah, emphysema, is it called emphysema? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Hmm.
Well, it's worked out so far. I'll try anything to live as
Yeah,
long as possible.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you have 20,000 paintings to make first,
Get
Ron.
done. So
That's a blessing. Well, that's kind of like a curse because I was writing about it the other day. It's if I can't do anything else because the obsession is the painting. So it's
yeah,
leaving me not free to do to find other artistic endeavors.
I'll try
So
and crack eBay and Etsy, and if I can, I'll pass everything I've learned on to you.
thank
I
you.
think you will do very well, and we'll find a way to convert that into crypto social, because my plan is to buy, because I have access to the exchanges, to just continuously buy Blurt, Steemit, and Hive,
Mhm.
because I just don't have time to blog, and I don't want to do low quality blogs. I just don't want to do that.
I don't either, but that's why the 20,000 paintings helps. The limit is 10 images on Steemit. I always have a plethora of work to show.
Yeah.
yes,
So
that's good. Yeah,
I let the work show itself, and I don't worry so much about my verbal, the written
yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think that too, really, because at the end of the day, I sort of feel that I'd rather just be represented by my work. I can talk about it, but I just feel at the end of the day, you're a painter. The painter can say it better, perhaps, than you could write it sometimes. So that's it,
well, with Edgeworth though, he's got a story to tell with Camden. So his posts
Yeah,
have always
that's
been
good.
they've been
Yeah, I mean,
very
the
very
art
good.
speaks for itself, but in
Yeah,
terms of blogging, um, blogging for me isn't my art. Blogging is me talking about the
Right.
process of what we're doing. Um, yeah, I
That's what
don't.
I was
I
going to
mean,
say.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
different thing. I mean, if I was to showcase my art, there'd be zero words. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Well, right. Right.
So,
I mean, I always said that. Well, this one I don't like conceptual art that takes where you had to look at 3 paragraphs to explain it isn't really worth it. Isn't it? Start again. If you got to the stage where you got to have 3 paragraphs, unless it's quite literary or something or illustrative or something, just don't bother with it. Start again with it. Just
I think I'm different in the world of the visual art. We've talked about this before. Is when I first started any art, I was journaling. I was always a journaler. Had
yes,
stacks and stacks of journals by the time I was 22 years old because I loved to just write and diary my day. Right.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Um, Painting has always been for me a way to no longer have to journal. So that's why my titles are just bizarre. I can whatever
yeah,
I'm thinking. I don't. It's almost like it's every. You can pretty much say to Ron Troop's paintings, they're all untitled, but I'm going to
yes,
always put a title on them because it's my space, and I want to say this too. It
yeah,
also helps for documenting my life when I look back because I'm very historical in that sense. I
yeah,
like to keep a record of what I've been doing. So if
yeah,
I'm thinking politically, I'm going to make a political title. If I'm thinking happy,
yeah,
I'm going to make a happy title. If I'm thinking of my granddaughters, I'm going to stick my granddaughters in the title. And
yeah,
it could just be something completely different. Oh well,
yeah.
it's mine.
So
It's,
yeah,
it's,
I mean, do you think about subtitles are important to you because they are important to me. They are important to me too.
and titles are very important to me, but only because it's my journal. It's
Yeah,
me.
it's exactly
It
that's
could be
exactly how I
right.
feel. Yeah, it's get to the stage with the titles are important, but in another way, if somebody looks at it and says, "Oh, I like that picture," but I don't know, if they don't really get what it's about, so what? I mean, I'm not really.
Right.
Also,
Right.
if they like to look at it, fine. I mean, I'm not. I like the type of picture where you could explain if you're interested, but if impressionist painting. you know, something if a little 5-year-old come run up to and say, oh, look at the dog, you know, and they like it, you know, then that's, you know, that's all that matters really at the end of the day. People just enjoy looking
It's
at
a
it.
left brain, right thing with me. I just, it's two different things. So,
Yeah.
and if I could do three, if I could put music to it, I would put
Yeah.
music to the painting. You know, I just,
That's
whatever.
it. Yeah.
I want to throw as much.
think, yeah, you writing music is going to go very well. I think.
Yeah. I think that
I
is
got to
Yeah.
start doing it. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick one song into our October, at least one per set. We have 2 sets, and I'm gonna ask Rose and my friend Mike, who's the other guitarist, to do one of my originals on each set. So
Yeah.
and we'll practice that.
Really good. I think you do need to do that. Have your own songs there, and then
I'll
do
write a song called Black Ivory.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice for it. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Yeah, that'd be really good for us. Yeah. Okay then.
All
Yeah.
right, guys, we learned a lot. We learned about
Okay then.
hops.
Good to see you again. Okay then. See you then.
I'm gonna break away. Thank you for
Okay,
Great,
then.
Ron.
having me.
It's always good to catch up with what you're doing. It's
Definitely.
always a gold mine.
Yeah.
Thanks. Are you going to Camden?
I don't know. What's the day today? Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
It depends. If I can get eBay and Etsy functioning, yeah. I need to get my personalizable pet portrait. I suspect I might go Sunday. I suspect it might be a one-dayer.
All right. Well,
We'll see.
good luck.
Okay.
Safe travels, everybody.
Free art, freeze art.
Yeah.
Freeze
See you
art,
later,
free
Ron.
art, freeze art. See ya. I'm still here.
All right, yeah.